Daniel's story begins during exile. Babylon had conquered Jerusalem, and among the captives were young men of noble birth, including Daniel. Taken far from home, they were trained in Babylonian culture. But from the start, Daniel chose faithfulness. He refused the king's food and wine, determined to honor God's law, and God gave him favor and wisdom that set him apart. When King Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams no one could explain, Daniel sought God, and God revealed the meaning. Daniel's interpretation saved lives and showed that God is the revealer of mysteries. In gratitude, the king elevated Daniel to high office. But Daniel was not alone. His friends Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were tested when commanded to bow to a golden statue. They refused, declaring that even if God did not save them, they would never worship another. Thrown into a blazing furnace, they were miraculously unharmed, walking in the fire with a fourth figure, one like a son of the gods. The king witnessed God's power firsthand. Later, Nebuchadnezzar's pride brought him low. Daniel warned him to humble himself, but the king exalted his own glory. God humbled him, driving him to live like an animal until he acknowledged heaven's rule. Restored, Nebuchadnezzar proclaimed the greatness of God. Another king, Belshazzar, profaned holy vessels from the Temple of Jerusalem. During his feast, a mysterious hand wrote words on the wall, Mene, Mene, Tekel, Parsin. Daniel declared God's judgment. Belshazzar's kingdom would fall that very night. And it did. Under the rule of Darius, Daniel's faith was tested again. Jealous rivals trapped him by passing a law forbidding prayer to anyone but the king. But Daniel prayed to God as always. For this, he was thrown into a den of lions. God shut the lions' mouths and Daniel emerged without harm. The king decreed that all should honor the God of Daniel. In his later years, Daniel received visions of kingdoms yet to come, from the rise and fall of empires to God's ultimate kingdom that will never be destroyed. These prophecies gave hope to God's people that his plan was unfolding through history. Daniel's life teaches us timeless lessons. Remain faithful, even when culture pressures you to compromise. Trust that God is sovereign over rulers and nations, and live with hope in his eternal kingdom. The story of Daniel is a testimony that no matter where we are, even in exile, even in danger, God's presence and power remain with those who stand firm in faith.